Thank you for joining us today. Okay, so today's training is mostly on the changes on our Aloe drinks, the changes in the formulation, a little bit on the formulations, and then we hope that through today's training, you're able to understand to answer the questions from customers to understand better and why we did all the changes. Okay, so almost since the launch, okay, since we launched the new packaging bottles, the aloe vera gel a few months ago, and recently the berry nectar and peach in Malaysia. And of course, in Singapore, these trainings also comprises in Singapore because the formulation is just the same, except for the labeling of the bottles different. For Malaysia, just want to explain a little bit here because due to our local regulation, our KKM, Ministry of Health regulation, we need to do some changes on the label. But the formulation is the same as in Singapore formula, US formula, okay? So it's the same formulation, just that the label is different, okay? So since the launch, we received a lot of feedbacks. There are changes in the appearance, whether the textures and the taste. So today the question will cover all those, so you will be very confident when speaking with your customers. Okay, let's go for the next slide. So why we did the changes in the packaging? Why we do change the packaging? So first of all, I would like to clarify PET. What is PET? Okay, it's not the pet, haiwan kesayangan you, okay? It's a short form for polyethylene terephthalate, okay? So we call it PET. Okay, so for here, Malaysia, Singapore, I will call it a new bottle packaging to avoid some confusion. When you talk about PET, then your customer is thinking, why are you talking this drink for pet or for my haiwan kesayangan or for my cats, for example. Okay, so why we do the change? Because we are making greater efforts towards finding more sustainable solution. Okay, in forever, everything we do in terms of harvesting, production, distribution, packaging, we're looking for sustainability. So it's not about changing the bottle, it's part of a long-term, forever, long-term global sustainability strategy. Okay, so what are the benefits of using this new packaging? You must be wondering why we change this to this new packaging, but what are the benefits? Okay, there are many benefits, but the most biggest benefits is for the environment. Okay, so this new packaging PET, okay, is recyclable. Okay, 100%. Okay, boleh kita semula. I will speak in DM next session. Okay, so it's recyclable product all over the world. It takes lesser energy to manufacture than other plastic alternative. Okay, so when it's recycled, you can reuse again and again to produce products which reduces the amount of resources wasted. Okay, besides that, it is also durable, lightweight, meaning when it's lightweight, we require less fuel to transport it. Okay, and it has a more modern look and feel. Do you agree? So if you agree, can you give me a 4? It looks very modern. It looks very it means like very attractive, especially to the younger generations, okay, to your children, the younger generations. So it's a modern look and feel, which is going on as the world changes, we need to upgrade the look and feel as well. Okay, and most important, all of us when getting a plastic or you buy some bottles, for example, drinking water outside, okay, on the market, looking for BPA free. So this is BPA free and phthalate free. Okay, so these are the important benefits why we change to this packaging. And you must be wondering, what has remained unchanged. What we keep, okay? Of course, we still use the same species, Aloe barbadensis miller, the same species from the same plantation in Dominican Republic. That's still the same. Okay. And then, of course, it still come in 1 liter packaging. It still has the same certification. For example, it has IASC, International Aloe Science Council. It has halal, it has kosher, it is vegan, it's vegetarian, and it's gluten-free. So it is still the same. These are the same, the things that we keep. Okay. So besides that, what we have improved, we increase the amount of aloe vera gel to up to 99.7%. This is very high, okay, compared to the previous formula here. Okay. And then, of course, you find that it is easier to drink as it has finer and smoother texture itself. And we use aseptic manufacturing. Okay, most of you must be wondering what is aseptic manufacturing. I'm going to explain here in the next few slides so that you can understand better why the formulation, why you now drink it, it feels like finer, smoother, and maybe you find a diluted taste, a diluted experience as well, okay? And it is preservative free. Why is it preservative free? Why we don't have to use preservative in the formulation? Okay, which when the product is preservative free, which means this product is very pure, very clean formula, I would say, a very clean formula which most of our consumers today are looking forward to. Okay, so when we talk about preservative, you must in the past a lot of consumers are questioning why we have preservative in our drinks, of course. Then forever continue to find a better way to produce a more quality product, and that's come in the aseptic manufacturing, which does not require preservative in the formulation. So we're able to retain the formula as pure as it is. Okay. So unlike the conventional preservation methods, right? So this aseptic processing combines carefully controlled heat treatment with sterile filling technology. So to help maintain product quality without relying on chemical preservative. That's why aseptic manufacturing helps to improve 300% in vitamin retention. For your information, aseptic processing is very widely used throughout the food and beverage industry. So it can produce a preservative-free formula. Okay, let's see. What are the steps? We have a look at what are the steps during the aseptic manufacturing. So step 1, the aloe leaf is processed, harvested, and processed within the 6 hours to preserve the freshness. Okay. So what the step 2? We flash heated it. So it is a short control heat treatment safely to reduce unwanted microorganisms while preserve the product quality. Okay, just a few seconds, flash heated. Then we added the remaining ingredients. Okay, remaining ingredients such as ascorbic acid, okay, citric acid. So if you see the bottle, it only have a few ingredients. I think about 5 less than that, or 5 or less than that. Okay, so after we added the ingredients, we do the second flash heat, okay, to make sure the formula remains safe and stable. And lastly, we do the aseptic filling. So it is filled into sterilized PET bottle in the sterile environment without adding chemical preservatives. Okay, so this is a process of aseptic manufacturing processing. Okay, and this comes to the question why a lot of you asking why it is no longer made in US and made in Poland right now, correct? Okay, so all of you must be asking, why is made in Poland, but why is not made in US? So we have to understand in the labeling, when a product is finished product, when a product is manufactured in in the final country before it's exported out. Okay, so just to explain to you, the aloe is being harvested, okay, aseptic processing in US. Okay, and then we ship the raw material at aloe to a Poland manufacturing. So that's why the filling, the step 5 is done there. Okay, the step 5 is done there in Poland itself. That's why it is labeled as is it made in Poland. Okay, so far okay, yeah. Okay. So the aseptic process, yeah, is a better process. So it's a better process. Do you agree? So after you list, after you agree, it's a better process because it does not require preservative in the formulation. So we give you a better product. What? We give you a better product. Okay. So a better product without preservative, and we remove these ingredients: sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate. These are preservatives, sorbitol and xanthan gum in the formulation. And then we just keep the aloe vera gel, ascorbic acid as antioxidant, citric acid as pH adjuster. That's it, in the formulation. Simple formula, and keep the product as clean as possible. Okay. So why aseptic processing, right, can help maintain vitamin retention? Remember when I mentioned earlier, this aseptic processing can maintain 300% of vitamins retention, meaning it can keep the vitamin in the aloe itself 300% retained. Retain, yeah, not improve the vitamins level, but retain the level in the aloe vera. Okay, retain. Why? Because you know and I know that vitamins can naturally degrade over time due to heat, oxygen, light storage. Okay, so these are the factors that why we use aseptic processing. So in short, you can think about this aseptic processing. Yeah, think of vegetables. Okay, vegetables. All of you do cooking, right? Okay, especially the ladies. So if you boil the vegetables for a long time, keep boiling in the water for a long time, they lose more nutrients. Correct? You keep boiling, 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 over time the heat will remove the nutrients. But if you blanch them, means like you just a while only put in the boiling water for a few seconds and then you remove, more nutrients are retained. Okay, so the aseptic process works in the similar way. The aloe is heated very quickly, then filled into the sterile bottle. Okay, so far understand now? So this is important, yeah, when we process the aloe vera in the smaller and finer particle size. So you find it is a lot more diluted, right, in this PET packaging. Why? Okay, it's not because we added more water, okay? It's not because that it is because it is processed into a smaller, finer particle size. Okay, so I want to stress here that when it is in a smaller particle size, it does not mean it is lower quality. Okay, so it's not lower quality. It is still the same commitment, the same quality, just that we improve the experience, the drinking experience. How to say? Okay, previously in the older formulation, some may say, you're telling me it's very hard to drink. Okay, it's not smoother on the throat, and you drink, it's not very smooth drinking experience. Okay, so when we process the aloe into smaller, finer, we grind them into smaller particle size, it's easier to drink. It has smoother drinking experience. So that's why the texture is smoothed, okay? Okay, why does it taste different? Correct? It has a little bit taste different. Not for some maybe because the taste because of the feel is more diluted. Okay, but here I would say taste in terms of some maybe tasted more to like is a bit bitter, some taste a bit sour, some have a little bit different of taste here. Okay, and I would like to explain it is not you taste bitter, then you have a certain parts or organs that is having some issues, health issues. Then you have another different taste, then you have another different issues. Okay, so I would like to want to take the opportunity here as well to explain that taste is personal. Okay, so there is no single correct taste. Two person drinking from the same bottle may describe differently because taste perception, yeah, you have to remember here, taste perception is influenced by what? Okay, it is influenced by genetic and taste sensitivity. It is influenced by health status. Okay, your gut microbiome means like your good bacteria and the bad bacteria in your gut. Oral health as well. Okay, sorry. Also, it is affected by the reason, your lifestyle. Okay, whether it's a food intake, medications, or any supplements, whether you're smoking or on alcohol. Okay, also the environment can affect the taste. Okay, so there is no one taste or different taste will tell you different health conditions kind of perception. Okay, so we do not go by that. Okay, let's say if you have this taste, you have kidney problem, you have that taste, you have liver problem. We don't go by that. Okay, so if you have feel that you're suspecting any health issues, please seek doctors or professionals to do more tests to check out why you're having these problems and seek medical professional treatment. Okay, so I would like to go through a few about on the formulations, not in depth, but I would like to stress here the aloe vera gel still now contains 99.7% of aloe vera gel. Okay, produced using the aseptic processing, and it supports, okay, these are a few points that you can use. It supports healthy digestion, immune system, and overall wellness. So the aseptic processing is what you can explain to your customers why. Then that is allow us to use to use preservative not to use preservative. I mean this formula, this aseptic processing manufacturing, it allow us to remove preservative from the formulation. Okay, so aloe berry nectar is 90.7%, okay, of aloe vera gel. We still have the cranberry and apples concentrates. Okay, it's rich in vitamin C and is 60 calories for 240 ml. So if you compare with the previous formula, I find from the formulation and from I tasted it too. Okay, it's much less sweeter compared to the previous formulation, which is very good for all of us. And it has more tangy, sweet, and sour taste due to the cranberries concentrates. Okay. So this is very great options, yeah, for customers who prefer fruity taste and want rich in vitamin C drinks, because we all know that all of us know that vitamin C contributes to normal immune function and helps to protect cells from oxidative stress. Okay, so how about peach? Peach has slightly lower weight, about 84.3% of aloe vera gel. So it has still have natural peach flavor, but of course it's not unlike the previous formulation, chunky peach because we already process the aloe vera gel and the peach into a smoother and finer texture. Okay, so it's very refreshing taste, and it's ideal for customers who enjoy a little bit sweeter and refreshing aloe drinks. Okay, so in this training also I will cover another products which is not available in Malaysia, but of course we still have it in Singapore. Okay, so upper product, what is the product that we don't have it in here, but we have it in Singapore, and then it's very popular among among the athletes, of course, among those 40%. Yes, freedom. Okay, so I'll take the opportunity to give a brief introduction on the freedom as well. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So freedom, it has 89.7% of aloe vera gel. Okay. And then now freedom, it is shellfish-free formula. Means it's suitable for individuals who want to avoid shellfish ingredients. I already put up here the sources because many come to me asking what's the sources of the glucosamine is vegan, the chondroitin is from the bovine source, and the MSM is from the vegan source. Okay, so these ingredients beside aloe vera gels is very good to support our joint health, and many has been taking it, especially for those with mobility issues, joint issues. It helps to improve their conditions. And of course, when we have the new packaging, we do improve the taste as well. Okay, so now it comes with lemon and orange. Okay, taste better, much better compared to previous one, and it's very good news, shellfish free formula. Okay, so here I want to stress again because I heard someone told me that this freedom is vegetarian. So it is not vegetarian, because the chondroitin here sulfate is from the animal ingredient. Okay, so be mindful about that. So this is not suitable for vegetarian. The other three that I shared earlier, yes, it is suitable for vegetarian except for freedom nut. Okay. Okay, another issues, I think the questions that you've been waiting for, correct? Bowel movement after taking the aloe vera gel. Am I right? One of the most common questions we receive since we launched this PET is some long-term customers share with us. Okay, they feel that the previous one supported their bowel regularly. Okay, from the compared to the new version, the new PET version or the new bottle version. Okay, so first of all, I like to acknowledge this that this is their personal experience, but at the same time also I wish to want to share about what we have received from our home office, and to explain on this condition. Okay, so as per our information that we received, of course, as I explained earlier, the new one has undergo several manufacturing improvement. These include, which is what we call the aseptic processing, final processing of the inner aloe vera gel, and of course the 99.7% of inner leaf aloe vera gel, no added preservative. Okay, and a reduction in naturally occurring alloy to comply with the international regulation. And of course, based on the information provided by the HQ, there is no currently scientific conclusion yet that any of these changes that I mentioned earlier, the manufacturing improvement and everything, causes these changes directly causes a difference in bowel response. Okay, so we have to understand here that bowel movement is a biological function. It varies from person to another person. Okay, my bowel movement and your bowel movement style, it may be different. Okay, so it can be influenced by various factors. For example, the amount of water you take every day, your diet, the amount of fiber you take, your physical activity, or medications, or your gut flora. What I mean, the good bacteria and the bacteria in your gut, and many other individual factors. So if you ask me whether the new formula will help everyone go to toilet, no. Whether the previous formula responsible for bowel movement, also no. Okay. So what I can say here is the aloe vera gel, our product here, is not positioned as a laxative product, a product that can help you to go to toilet. This is not what it is positioned for. It is a nutritional beverage made on inner leaf aloe vera gel to support our overall wellness. Okay. So at the same time, we want you to know that your feedbacks, we also receive your feedbacks, and we do not ignore your feedbacks. Okay, we do not ignore that. We really share your feedbacks, your comments with our headquarters for their awareness. Okay, so our role here today is to share factual information. We want to avoid this speculation and continue to listen to our customer feedback. With that, okay, with that, I would like to say, I would like to help that uh to support a better, a healthy digestion. Okay, so if a customer come back to you again, why there's the bottle does not help you to go toilet like before. So you don't focus on the product, okay? Instead, you try to understand what they're trying to achieve. Okay, so let's say is their goal is for healthy digestion or maintain bowel regularity, to maintain their bowel movement. Okay, so we look at the bigger picture. As I mentioned before, healthy digestion just now, when your bowel movement is influenced by the benefit of water intake, the dietary fiber, okay, your gut flora balance, and then the physical activity as well as your daily nutrition. So these are the factors that can influence a digestion health level. So that's why besides recommending, okay, forever aloe vera gel as part of the wellness routine, you also can recommend a complementary product based on the customer need. So our goal here also is to help customers to build healthy digestive habit, not to rely on one single aloe vera gel itself. Okay, so we need to look into their overall their physical activity, their diet, or their lifestyle. So here for customers in Malaysia, okay, so we will for help to support healthy digestion, so we can suggest, okay, them to take in fields of green. So it's a great complement, and it provides dietary fiber from the barley grass, the alfalfa, or the greens that to help to increase their daily intake, okay, of fiber intake. Besides that, we can add on the forever fiber as well. Okay, so for customers in Singapore, we have the Forever Active Pro B. So this is a more comprehensive. You can recommend a more comprehensive approach. So Pro B here can help to balance, support a healthy balance of beneficial, the good bacteria in the gut. So together with this balanced diet, sufficient water intake and active lifestyle, these products can support overall digestive wellness. So rather than relying on a single product, encourage your customers to build a complete digestive wellness routine. In short, The aloe vera is to provide daily nutritional use of greens for the greens intake to increase the fiber green intake together with fiber. And for Singapore, to complete the routine by supporting a healthy gut microbiome. Okay, so this is to help you or to position how you want to position or how you want to help the customers when they come back to you regarding why does not it help, no longer help them to go toilet. So we try to give them to build a better digestive routine for them, healthier. Okay, so these are the frequently asked questions that I always receive, or I mean, during the past few months. So if you're asking whether the Belay nutrition, yes, it's still the same. The product still is the same, aloe vera gel, inner leaf aloe vera gel. So the new aseptic process helps to retain more vitamin, help to maintain more vitamins, yeah? Okay, and then is the product diluted? No, you can tell them that the smoother texture, the finer texture that it taste is due to finer particle size, not dilution. Okay, so if you look into the ingredients on the label, do we add water? No. Okay, so we do not dilute that. It's just that we grind it, we process it into finer particle size. Okay, so why remove preservative? So the aseptic process safely preserve the product without the need to add chemical preservatives. So that's why we remove it. And why does it taste different? Okay, among individuals, as I mentioned before, due to biological and environmental factors. So I covers a few of these questions that most of you has been asking for the past few months. And if you do have any questions besides that, you can put in the chat box and I try my best to answer you, okay? So another thing with that, I would like to end my training with a video, okay, with a video on how to open the packaging, how to open the PET bottle. I think it's interesting to share with you guys. Let's enjoy the video. If we can share this video to you later, if you need it, you can PM me or we can share it through our social media if you like to use it. Okay, and let me see in the chat if you have any questions. Okay, so if there's so many questions, I hope today's training answers most of the questions that you has been asking. And you're much clearer now. You are more confident to share about the product now. So if you have any other questions in the future, do feel free to PM me, and I would be gladly to answer to find out answer if there's a really requirement that we need to communicate from our home office. Okay, so with that, if there's no questions, thank you very much for joining in the today's training. Okay. Okay, why we don't see Aloe babanensis? Okay, so very simple. In Malaysia, this product is classified as food category, so there is no need to specify the species as in the previous formulation, because the previous formulation it is registered as traditional supplements products. When we go into the registration of traditional supplements or health supplements, there is a need to inform what kind of species we are using. Okay, what kind of species or what kind of form. Let's say you're using certain vitamin C, for example, what kind of vitamin C form they're using and everything. So that's why there's a difference in the way of putting it in the label. So the current formulation, the current one, we can bring in as a food. So that's why another thing you don't see the KKM hologram logo in Malaysia. And that's why the regulation, Key Goodin is asking why it's different from other countries, because the requirement from our health ministry. Our health ministry is very strict. Okay, so that's why we need to follow the requirements in order for us to bring in the product. If we do not change the name according to their requirements, then we are unable to bring in, sadly, we are unable to bring in the product. Okay, and this name also is we seek the approval from our home office to use this name. Okay, different name is fine. The formulation is still same as in the US formulation, the Europe formulation, and the one that we sell in Singapore right now. Yes, the nectar is sour taste is due to the cranberry, because we reduce the amount of the sweetener, the fructose in this current formulation. So when you reduce the sweetness level, you find that it's more sour compared to the previous one, which I find is I like the sour sweetness taste rather than the sweetness more and the sourish lesser. So if your customer find that it's very sour, and then if he can, maybe you can suggest to add some honey to it, so you can have a slightly sweetness on it. Or you can mix with the peach and the nectar together, to drink it to get different benefits, and you can mix with the AVG as well. If you have not tried, you can try to mix the 3 flavors together. It gives you a very different, refreshing taste, a different taste from the individual taste. Yes, now no KKM number. As I explained before, this is classified under food. Food, for example, like your roti, your bread, your sugar, okay, our honey also is classified as food. There's no requirement to register it as a supplement or a traditional product. That's why there's no KKM number in it. Okay, but I would like to stress here, the regulation is keep changing every time, so we will need to update time from time. So in future, if you find it's like there's a KKM number back, don't be surprised. Or there is no, don't be surprised as well. Okay. Hui Ling, I don't have my formulation with me right now because I'm in a different, it's not in my office right now. I will come back to you on the cranberry, in the aloe berry. Okay. Just need your help. Do PM me so I won't forget on this. Okay. So yeah, we're almost the end, already end here. So thank you very much. Thank you everyone. I hope that today's session will clear on the on your all your queries or any doubts. Okay, yes, the regulation keep changing. If you are in the KKM or the health ministry, is always keep changing. Even the label also, we also have to keep updating as time come by. So when there's a new regulation, we need to update. So you might find sometimes the label a little bit different, but it's okay. You can check with us on the label also. Eunice in the group formulation. I couldn't share all the whole formulation because it's P&C due to the company's policy. Okay, so but if you're asking how much of the cranberry and everything, I can you can PM me, then I will let you know. Okay, but not the whole formulation. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.